What's happening? What's happening? Shout out to all those beginner investors and traders, entrepreneurs, college graduates, hustlers, anybody trying to make something out of nothing. Legitimately, I wanted to talk to y'all about BBIG Vinco Ventures just to see where you fellow beginner investors and traders were at with this, because this started getting a lot of attention coming to the end of last week. And I want to see where you are at. Maybe you got in, maybe you got out, maybe you didn't, maybe you did. And for, all of these stocks to be pumping, it's kind of crazy that people are still stuck on AMC and GME. Those stocks are going to do exactly what they're supposed to do after all this nonsense is sorted out, all this criminal activity, but that shouldn't, keep people so distracted that they miss other things, because that's how it was for me with GameStop for about 2 months, maybe like a month and a half after January, after the run up. So, I wanted to see how y'all felt about BBIG. Personally, I ended up having a couple calls down at, I think like $9 and $7 altogether. I had about 7 calls or 8 calls that I've probably profited on, and this was the most recent one where I just took profits on this one here. And I did that because it's very volatile, and at the moment, Vinco, this is the highest that it's been right here at 12.49 today. And before that, it was 12.30, I believe, somewhere around that range, in that price range. And personally, I felt like, okay, well, I've had the call since last week. It was a nice profit. I should just go ahead and take profits and then roll that contract over, at an earlier date. And if it happens to run up before then, cool. But if not, I can still jump out without losing too much if it starts to come down. You see what I'm saying? But with all the attention that Vinco is starting to get, I think that it could run a little bit more, especially after doing some homework, checking out some information that definitely supersedes my own. So, at the moment, man, with this volume, for real, it's almost unbelievable that it's not over 11 and a half, $12. As you can see, we're pushing right now. But that's the reason why I wanted to roll those contracts over. And I've been doing this for about, a week and a half with Vinco, probably about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. So, but like I said, I'm a beginner investor, man. Don't, make any moves that I make. I want to see how you fellow beginner investors and traders are faring up with this on your own, because, you have to have your own due diligence. I'm not a financial advisor, and I make these moves to show you beginner investors and traders and y'all out there that's thinking about jumping into this, the potential of gains and the potential of losses, because as you can see, I can also show you here, I have some call options that are dying at the moment, and that's just because of my belief in certain stocks that will move based on other things that are going to happen, like cryptocurrency, for example, moving, like Btbt, like at the moment it's moving down because Bitcoin took that hit, so hopefully we'll rebound before then, before the 17th. And, if not, I mean, shit, I'm 10 toes down. So that's what that is. And, this is just pretty much some of the profits right there that, or some of these call options, that's, losing. I'm losing because of the decay and the stocks going down. But I wouldn't have made these decisions based on just gambling. I made them based on how I feel these stocks would move in the market based on the climate right now with the the pandemic and everything else. So, and, store sales and digital sales, brick and mortar sales. It's a lot of like Party City. I mean, that's one of the reasons why, I made these puts on Party City. It's just a lot of different things that go into that, but not a lot, just a few. But I think that there are great reasons why. But I just wanted to see how y'all felt about BBIG and see where you were at, and just show you beginner investors and traders the mistakes, as well as the gains, because you'll make a lot more mistakes then you'll, profit, and you just got to make sure that the profits are a lot more, are 5-10 times bigger than the losses. You got to make sure that there are minor losses. I'll buy option for $190, and then I could make, I have made thousands of dollars off of it. And then, I'll just keep making those $100 option, calls depending on my homework and my research. And I know the benefits, if that stock happens to move, $2, $3, $4. And that's how I do it. I try my best to research and find as many companies that I can that I feel like are going to move, and I spend a little bit of money. So if it doesn't move, there's just $100. But if you can profit $3, $4, $5,000 and you only lose $400 or $500 or on 4 or 5 option calls, it's that's how it weighs out for me, but I suggest you find out how to make your own, trades. I mean, everybody has their own way of doing things. I'm still a beginner myself. I'm learning a lot. And I'm never going to sit here and say like, yeah, man, I got the formula. Hell nah. Like, I done up enough to be like, yo, I'm telling you, you better get some help, because I got lucky. I came in the market at a point where I just ended up getting some real good information. I started reading. I started looking up things. It was just night and day, sleep, wake up, work, come back, learn, sleep, just study. And I just started capitalizing on a lot of the information that I was coming across. And a lot of people now, they've heard about the phenomenon like GameStop, and then they heard about what's going on with these squeezes and AMC. So right now, a lot of people are just thinking about doubling or tripling or quadrupling their money, and they have more of a gambling mindset, and they're not thinking about trying to learn or trying to, invest. They're just thinking about, hitting a home run out the park. So, that's why, I just want to show you beginner investors and traders like myself, man, the ins and outs. As you can see right now, man, BBIG is bubbling. It's moving back. That's what's up. I went ahead and rolled some contracts over, so that's good to see. It should move over 12. I mean, it'd be nice to see. I mean, the way that SPRT just jumped up to like $50-$60, I mean, I wouldn't see why this couldn't do the same. All right, let's see what they talking about. I know what right here, this guy right here, True Demon, made a good point. He said BBIG is going to have a supply crisis soon. If the price exceeds $12, 40% of the free flow ITM means market makers must buy shares to cover naked calls at market price and deliver shares. 35% of the free float is shorted, 55% is on loan, 40% ITM. Total 95% is unavailable. So, I mean, these are technical, I guess, analyzers. So, me personally, once I look and see that the company is being shorted, once I look at the free float, once I look at, shares on loan, and I'm pretty much like, okay, yeah, this, and then, it's easy to kind of see. And once you check out the pattern, like the weekly and then the monthly, you can see that the stock was going to run a little bit in the past like month. like, so a little bit less than a month. So that's just my observation, man. Hey, man, have your own due diligence. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor or invest in Google, man. But I just wanted to see what y'all was doing with BBIG, man, and how you felt. That's pretty much it. And hopefully this runs up past 15, $20 before the week is out, and we can keep on taking profits, man, and it can offset the losses that we had for this last month. I mean, this is your boy, man, K Ray Valentine. I hope y'all making profits out there and y'all not making the same mistakes that I am. I'm out of here.